I'd like to welcome you all to Abatement Dilapidation hearing. And we're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order and enter into public hearing. We're going to go a little outside of order. We've got an individual that needs to get to work. We don't want to slow that down. So let's get item number 9 we're going to start with number 9. In the matter of dilapidation on the property of Gabriel Ruiz and Jeanette Najara, 306 North Indianola, lot numbered 1, and the north 25 feet of lot number 2, and the south half of the vacated street adjacent to lot numbered 1, all in block 3 of the J. Whitaker addition to the incorporated town of Pryor Creek, Mays County, State of Oklahoma. According to the official survey and plat filed thereof, the house was declared dilapidated and ordered to be torn down beginning October 20th and have it completed by November 17th. An appeal was sent to the city council and approved and remanded back to these hearings. They do intend to continue with the remodel. We're going to get Miss Najara. I never say it right. I should get her. Najara's right. It's close enough.
Daniel, you can go ahead and come in.
Daniel, I apologize. I never get her name right. Najara, is that right? Is that how you say it, Jeanette?
Hi, Jeanette. This is Cheryl at the City of Pryor. We're in the hearing right now. Daniel is here. I'm going to put you on speakerphone so you can hear what the abatement hearing goes, okay? So you'll be on speakerphone. Here you go.
Jeanette, how are you? It's Zach. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. If you can't hear me and I start to get too quiet, just tell me to speak up, all right?
Okay.
I won't be offended. All right, so we talked to city council, we appealed, we got it sent back to me. Where are we at?
So,
Okay.
And Daniel's here too. Who do you want him to speak for you, or do you want to speak? Sorry, Daniel.
Well, he can tell you about the electricity company because ever since we went on the first week of October, we've kind of been back and forth with Big Electric. And we just haven't heard back from them. They said they would get the quote to us this morning, but we haven't received the quote from them.
Okay. I should say, just for the record, she's calling in from California, so that's why we're doing it this way. All right, so you visited with Big Electric.
yeah, he went Friday, he checked on the house, he checked the inside, and he said he'll come back next Saturday, last Saturday, take measurements, and he'll send us a code. He has my email and my brother's email, so I haven't received nothing, and I saw him today at work when I was getting off, and he said he was gonna be sending me
This is
something.
Mr. Ward, Marty?
Marty, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I think he said I've been busy all these days, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, so you're planning on having some electrical work done first?
Yeah.
Right, you've done everything you need to there. So, like we said, we want to keep up to date on the status of what's going on. So, does that sound all right with you, Jeanette? We're just getting an update on where you're at, and we'll call it good.
Okay, yeah, that's what.
Yeah, and then hopefully in November, we're going to be back in town in November, and then hopefully they're able to get the electricity up and running so that we can put the sheetrock. And then if we don't hear back from Big Electric, so I think I'm going to start looking for maybe another company or something.
Okay. Well, if you have anything that you need to update us on, let us know.
Okay.
Just keep in contact with your contractors and keep us updated, and we will revisit this on the 17th of November.
17th.
Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
All right. Have a good night. Bye.
You too.
I think so.
Okay.
All right, Daniel. Thank you for updating us.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, Daniel.
Dan.
Big Electric's awesome. They're great. But man, they are very, very busy. They are just swamped. And because I've been waiting for months on things.
But I know, they work I saw Marty today work in cement plant.
Right.
They're working down there too, so I don't blame them. I know they're busy.
Yeah. I do know Marty will get back with you if he can't have somebody do it. Just, they're busy, so keep us posted and we'll be all right.
Yeah, okay, he said he'll send something today, that she'll talk to you today or something.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him, but I'll make a note to contact him tomorrow and see.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, be safe.
Okay. Don't shut my agenda in there this time. All right, now we'll go on to item number 3. We'll go back up here to item number 3. Matter of dilapidation on the property of Samuel and Adele Colette, 307 North Maze, J.Z. Hogan Edition, Block 2, South 40, Lot 14, North 10, Lot 15. A board and sector letter was mailed, giving them 14 days to complete review. All right, sir, who are you?
I'm Samuel Allen Collette.
All right, Samuel, welcome to our
Yes, ma'am.
We're hearing.
Yes, sir.
All right, so tell me, you got this thing boarded up, it looks like, right?
Yes,
We're
sir. I have
talking-
pictures if you'd like to see it.
I've got pictures too. 307 is the one specifically we're addressing. What's going on with this property? Tell me what you got.
Through the pandemic, I was on fell on hard times. I had renters there that would not pay the rent. I wasn't able to evict them, the deal. And, my wife, the last hearing, my wife was in contact with the city and talked to a lady, and they were arranging to do the housework, to do the cosmetic work so I could sell it. And I didn't check, and I thought that it was taken care of. That's the reason why I wasn't at the hearing the last time. And right now, like I said, I've got it boarded up. But my plan is to go in, and the last renters I had in it, they busted some sheetrock out, but all it needs is cosmetic, and I'm gonna put them up for sale.
Okay. So the renters did all of this damage on the inside?
Yes, they sure did.
Whew.
I mean, they had a kid in there that was mentally handicapped, and he busted the sheetrock out and everything. I mean, he did a good number on it, and but all the low bearing walls and everything is in good shape, and all I need to do is
Yeah.
come in and repair the hose and paint inside, and so.
I'm gonna ask Kenny, our code enforcer, or, is this okay?
No.
That's okay?
They'll have to get licensed electricians and plumbers and stuff on there. As far as the structure itself, without a structural engineer, we wouldn't
So-
know about that part, but yeah, a lot of that, the wires have to be concealed in walls or in conduit.
Do you think
For
we need
safety and stuff.
The flooring in both houses are real spongy, that you walk across.
You'll have to have some bracing or something.
do you think we need an engineer's report for that, or?
Probably be best, because we're not, we're not technically licensed. That is an illegal heater in there like that.
Yeah, the way it is.
That has to be a vented heater and stuff in there as a primary heat source.
So what I'm asking is some of these photos that I have, and you're welcome to come see the photos we're looking at. It's not a secret. Just don't steal my Twix. I stole that from somebody else.
I'm not
So-
planning on it.
All right. So what we're talking about is here, like this heater as a primary source is got a violation on it, and there's definitely,
That's not a standard,
like, these wires are gonna have to be,
yeah.
Be
Done.
concealed or in conduit. Your heater, your primary heat source has to be vented, vented on there.
I'll
So you-
take care of that.
You'd have to have either a wall furnace or a central heat and air or something
Other
that's
than
vented and
just-
stuff. That infrared does not qualify
So-
on there.
and here where we've got exposed wiring coming out, that's gotta be all
Yeah,
conduit.
It either has to be concealed in walls or has to be in conduit. Spongy floors, what Trent said, that would really require a structural engineer to go in and review the structure and stuff on that.
On the what?
on the whole. So what they'll do is they'll go in, Structural engineer, just make sure that structurally the house is good. So, we need to get that done. We need to get a structural engineer's report, since the report is that the floors are spongy. And everything I tell you, Cheryl will send you. So no notes required, just watch for the letter. And it'll be certified return receipt. So, we need to get a structural engineer's report. And in that report, likely what they'll do, not just the structure, but they'll also address the things. If they're doing their job right, they should address the things like the exposed wiring and things like that. So,
He can also sell that property if he wants to, but whoever he sells it to, they will
Right.
have to get a structural
Okay,
engineer
that's what
report too and stuff
okay,
on it.
I'm just now got out of cash this week. I
that's fine.
got stupid and cut my hand.
Well, here's the message from us. So
Yes.
everybody else listen, so I'll say it one time. We're not in the business of making you get rid of your stuff.
Yes.
We're in the business of taking care of the health, the safety, the welfare of not only you, but the community, those around you. We're 100% glad you got that boarded up.
Yeah.
We have a huge issue with squatters in the community, and that causes a lot of problems. You know, we had a structure this week we were addressing in the council meeting where the back of the structure was burnt and fried, and ultimately it's going away. But it's also a couple doors down from an elementary school, and you know, we don't want some kids wandering in and getting hurt. And you know, Trent, look, you know, he's Incredible Hulk over here, but the idea is we don't want him going in and twisting an ankle on a floor or trying to take care of something. So we want to make sure that the building is.
I'll take care of it.
So let's make sure that we get a structural engineer's report if you're gonna do any work to it. Let's make sure that it's worth it.
We're talking, I would need structural insurance for sheetrock.
They're, no, when you get into that, that's permits and things. What we need somebody to go in and say, and she's got a list.
Either him, or if he sells it, the person who buys
Right.
it.
So if you sell it, you just sell it. Okay? Whoever buys it, they're responsible to get a structural engineer's report. But if you're gonna do any work on it and move forward, let's make sure that we have that report before we go forward. Kenny, did you have?
Or they could also demo it and then
Yeah.
build new back, so
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about just passing homes and,
I wouldn't do anything until you got a structural report, because structural report may say it needs
So-
to be demoed.
So do you understand, Samuel, the reason we want that is, and we've seen it before, is we get into these and we realize that you could put a ton of money into this, to find out it's not even structurally sound and it has to go anyway. So before you start the investment process of even patching holes, let's get it checked out.
okay, I'll see if I can get a hold of one.
Do you have a list? Do you have some that you could refer
You
them
can
to?
call me tomorrow, I can give you a number for somebody, if you wanna go that route.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going, I don't know how much they cost.
You just call and ask them.
Yeah.
Okay, and what I would do is, I think your item number.
Have a little bit of time to get this done.
Here's how this works. Let's, step by step, let's do one thing at a time. Let's get hold of Cheryl. We'll see where we're at. You see what you can do. We will review this property again in November, and we'll see where you're at. If you've got that report by then, great. If you, on the 17th of November, I need an update from you as to where we're at. If
And
you've
I will
just,
send a letter in the mail, like the one you got, that will give you that date.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you working with me.
well, you know, that's the deal. We're not here to, we are, but we're not here to just tear everything down. We're here to keep things safe. And
Yeah.
more than once, we've worked with people and we're willing to, but we have to do it the right way. We have to follow processes and we have to make sure that things are safe and sound. And unfortunately, when it gets to this point in the game, we have to have another level of security come in and make sure that it's structurally sound, make sure that we're not gonna be just spinning our wheels on something that's gotta go away anyway. So,
You said you give me
A name of one in Tulsa, yes.
Okay.
just one.
That's all I have, yes.
but in the meantime, very important, let's keep it cleaned up.
Okay.
Let's keep this property mowed, keep it cleaned up, keep it boarded up, drive by it daily, look at it daily, whatever you gotta do.
I live off Burnt Creek Road.
Okay, well, you know what I mean? Stay on it.
I do work for Parker Security, and I'm in town down there. I pick up a car there.
There you go, okay.
And I can make it to the talk.
Okay, that's fine. So let's do that. Cheryl will give you everything you need to know. And I'm gonna say this again, you're number 4 on the list too, so all of that'll apply there too, but we're still gonna address that one separately, okay? So
Okay.
for that property,
One second, please.
313, isn't that you?
Okay.
Yep. So in regards to, oh my gosh, where are we at? 307, we will review that November 17th. And Cheryl will send you everything you need to know on that one. All right?
Thank you.
But
sir.
that's where we're at. All right, don't go far.
We're gonna talk about the next property here in just a minute. You have one more on here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're gonna go on to number 4. In the matter of dilapidation on the property of Samuel and Adele Collette, 313 North Maze, J.Z. Hogan Edition, Block 2, South 20, Lot 11, North 30, Lot 14. A board and secure letter was mailed, giving them 14 days to complete review. So, here we are. You boarded and secured this one too, right?
Yes, sir.
And I believe I saw those pictures.
313.
That's right. Okay, so, let's talk about the same thing. Okay, we've got, here's some pictures. These are from last year. That's from September, that's from today. Okay, so we're boarded up. Does the inside still look,
It'd be about the same.
okay, so I don't want to say this out loud, but you see that stuff right there?
Yes.
We got to address that stuff. All that. But also because, you've been inside that one, Trent? 313?
Yes, both of them have been unsecure for years.
Well, the renter's pretty good number on them. They did all the damage on that during the pandemic.
Sure.
Well,
On the inside structure, they did all the damage.
now there's probably some new damage for sure, but I can tell you, I've been in those houses for the past 2 years. And they both were in bad shape to start with. You recall me having you to return rent to a
Yes.
disabled person that I felt there was no water running to the house, there were no water faucets, no plumbing, no nothing. And, I don't remember if it was 307 or 313. And then you did have some juvenile, or a young man that's staying in one that I could see him damaging some of your property. Yes, but we got called over there several times.
So,
I'll, take, better business care of it.
so my suggestion on this one too, when you get a hold of that structural engineer, just tell them they're 2 little houses right next door to each other.
Yes.
Have them look at this one too.
Okay.
Because we do see some, like on the eaves and things, and on the fascia, we see a lot of rot, a lot of exposed wiring. There's some holes. The floors are questionable, and these are from the city. The thing that we have to remember is dilapidation can come from any number of things, including lack of utilities, lack of things like that. So we want to make sure that we do things, but I do see that you removed the greenery, right? And they look pretty presentable today, but we need to make sure we stay on them. I'm just gonna tell you the same exact thing as 307. Let's get them checked out. Kenny,
The other thing would be, we want to also check for any mold.
that's what I was
Does
discreet
it
with.
flood right there?
I
Is
don't
that-
understand the water standing
Well, it looks like we had
It does have standing water, but,
well, and some of this looks like it's centralized around the water heater. So I don't know if we had something blow or leak or,
One of the floors in one of the houses sits really low, like it was an add-on, but sits
yeah,
really low.
we'd actually, talked about, taking that off
Okay,
and just making a patio out of it.
okay, because I think that's what it was to start with.
I'm like you, it'd be more, it wouldn't be cost effective trying to.
Okay,
but again, in this one, we've got, and I say this, Sam, it's because we've got exposed wiring and things like that. So we just want to get that checked out too. That, we don't want to, anything that would cause mold and have open wires is just
It's no,
mathematically not a good equation. So let's get those things checked out. Let's get it done. Cheryl will send you some, are you gonna send those separately, Cheryl?
Yeah, I'll send
Okay.
it because they're two separate.
So there'll be,
And I do have your correct address, right? The one that one got to you, the correct address, okay.
okay, so, you know, let's get those done. Let's get that report on both of those. If he does it on the same report, he just needs to identify specifically.
you need to bring it, when I come back in November.
And you get it to her.
Okay.
And all of that instruction, Samuel, will be in those emails.
Okay.
So it'll be very thorough on what you need to do, and we will review both of these.
We'll be talking.
We'll review both of these on November 17th.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So if you don't hear from us by then, you show up.
I will.
No shows are no good.
I thought my wife was talking to the lady and then, you know, kind of made a plan to do some of the stuff and,
Yes, sir.
I thought that was my fault. I should have checked and took care of this.
Okay, so let's get on this.
I didn't show up because I didn't want to, I really didn't.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. So, item number 5, in the matter of dilapidation of the property of the Eddings Family Revocable Trust, 213 North Aura, South 76.5 Lot 6, West 40 of the South 76.5 Lot 7, Block 18A Whitaker Addition. The offer to purchase real estate that the attorney Kim Ritchie requested has been received. New owners are required to attend to these hearings. Are you the new owner?
We actually close next Friday.
Okay.
So, and Mr. Eddings is on a camping trip right now.
Well, that's a great place to be.
So, so like I said, we close next Friday and then we'll be starting on it that following Monday. We got the yard cleaned up.
See that? Looks good.
The lady that was staying there before, she's got some of her stuff out. So we're just waiting to close so we can get started on it.
Still working on the front porch? All that furniture?
No, I don't think they're able to do anything with it, really.
I'll be-
No, so until we actually close on it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm backwards, yes.
Okay, so until we actually close on it, we can't, but I did have the yard cleaned up.
You've got the
Yes, it
yard
looks
cleaned
good.
up, just not the house. I got you. In all of that explaining, my mind was, well, you got the porch too? So, no, I understand, I apologize. So, yeah, that looks a lot better from the last pictures we have. Last pictures I have. And so you've got you said you've got the deal is ready to close?
Yes, we close next Friday.
Okay, let's keep Cheryl in the loop on that, please.
Yes,
As soon as we get
I
that.
think we've brought all the paperwork that we need so far, and as soon as we close, we'll bring the rest of it and get our permits or whatever else we need.
Okay, and your plan then is to just flip it?
Well, we're gonna remodel it, fix all the floors, tear the paneling down, new sheetrock, you know, tear the kitchen completely out, the bathroom completely out, redo them, and then flip it, yeah. And fix the porch.
Spray for bugs.
Yes. That'd be the first thing we do when we get in there, get everything cleaned out.
Never seen so many bugs in my life.
Trent, can you come here?
Yes, sir.
This and this are the same, right? And that?
No, well, that's the other Edding property. Somehow that got put in there together.
Sorry.
We went from a white house to a brown house.
Yeah. That's the property on North Whitaker. Did you guys purchase that also?
No, somebody else purchased it, on the North Whitaker house.
Okay.
The only one we purchased from is the one here on 213.
Okay.
Okay, so then these are just,
Yeah, I'm
there.
sorry. That's
It's
just-
okay, I
It's
went
another
from-
project, for
Right, no, it's okay, it's good. I just want to make sure I wasn't looking at different angles of the house.
I'll make a note to fix that.
All right, keep us informed. We'll see you on the 17th.
All right, see you on the 17th.
Sounds good.
Thank you, guys.
notes real quick. Okay. All right, let's move on to item number 6. In the matter of dilapidation of the property of Jesse L. Gibbs, Trust, care of Shauna Thomas, 1404 Lahoma, lot number 2, block number 4, in the Cherokee Estates, 2nd edition. Town of Pryor Creek, Mays County, State of Oklahoma, an offer to purchase real estate was received. There were to clean up trash, mow the yard. The house was not demolished by homeowner. Bids have been received, holding bids for the 30-day time frame for an appeal. An appeal was submitted and will be heard at City Council October 18th, 2022. Review, that bid was rejected.
And I did.
Not the bid, I'm
The
sorry.
appeal was
The
rejected. I
appeal.
spoke to the lady who is now receiving the information today. She has received her findings from the council's decision by email today, and a hard copy went to all 3 of the family members today by mail. So they have a 30-day time frame to tear it down now.
Yes, and then completely done in 60, right?
30, November 25th.
Is the,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
once they start, they have, yes,
Yeah, start by the 25th of October, end completed by November 25th.
right.
And then if they do not, we can still use the bids we've received.
And she's gonna use these bids to do her
Those-
work?
No, those are the bids we received to tear it down.
Gotcha,
Then it'll be up to her what she does too.
gotcha, I gotcha, okay, perfect. So yes, that one we'll just have to,
I didn't know if you wanted to put it to the December hearing or go ahead and keep it on November 17th to see if they've started it or,
let's just review it in December. There's no sense in beating a dead horse,
okay, we'll leave it to December.
especially just since it is what it is.
Because what will happen if she hasn't tore it down by November 25th, it can be on council December 6th for us to choose bids. And then by the 20th, or by the December 15th, we'll know where we're at.
Right, and then, yeah,
Okay.
marvelous. Thank you for your work on that, Cheryl. In the matter of dilapidation, we're going to number 7. In the matter of dilapidation, property of Joshua C. Hurst, 1707 South 8 Air, lots numbered 15 and 16 in the block numbered 6 of the South Pryor addition to Pryor Creek, Mays County, State of Oklahoma, according to the official survey and plat thereof filed for record in the office of the county clerk of said county and state. The house was not demolished by the homeowner. Bids have been received, holding bids for 30-day time frame for an appeal. A meeting was held between the owner, purchaser, and attorney Kim Ritchie. Requested offer to purchase real estate was received and will be heard at City Council meeting October 18th, 2022. And
I basically just put this on here so we can make the decision if you want to close it or not. We did receive paperwork today, so I know the sale is going through.
and you're not
That's
missing.
not it. No, they're not here. I put this on here just for the basis of whether you want to go ahead and close it because their offer was approved to sell.
Did we ever, do you remember, Mayor, we didn't get any commitment from the buyer?
No, I did not.
So we
The
need,
paperwork I received in the office today was from the title company getting a special assessment. So that means they are proceeding with the effort to purchase.
okay, then, no, let's leave it open because the original issue is still with the property.
Okay.
And the condition of the property. If Mr. Ragsdale, Tyler Ragsdale, purchases it and he needs to know that it's still an active issue, still an active case and still needs to be addressed. Failure to address that in a reasonable time frame will result in us going right back to where we were. And, and he needs to know that he probably should be here. That's the healthiest thing. We need to make sure that we have communication on what's going on as he moves forward. So we'll keep it open. we will
I
review
think
them.
they probably assumed from the meeting with Mr. Ritchie here in the offices that they didn't have to continue. But I can
So-
talk to Mr. Ritchie and we can.
The council voted to rescind the dilapidation. Was that correct?
Correct.
So in rescinding the dilapidation, I just take back that.
I thought they chose to dismiss it.
They chose to dismiss the other one, they didn't choose to dismiss this one. This one was remanded. Taking it from my memory, this one was remanded back.
No, the,
For Zach to
We can-
monitor.
Yeah,
This one was remanded back for Zach to monitor because it is in process.
okay.
yeah, and the,
It's in the middle of the process.
so let's just keep it on the list. No harm, no foul there.
Right.
We'll review it. And we'll send, when we get that paperwork that's sale is done,
Right.
then Mr. Ragsdale will need to show so that he can give us a time frame. If he has a game plan and it works, then he shows the progress needed. I think at that point it would be fair to close it, let him remodel and be done, but in past, we've stayed on them till they're done.
Would you want to review?
Let's review in December. That gives time for the sale to finish, that gives time for closing, that gives time for assessment,
Okay.
and hopefully by then we can come up with a game plan. So we'll review that one on December 15th. All right, one more. Thank you for being patient, sir. In the matter of dilapidation on the property of Vance T. Ramsey, 210 North Whitaker, lot numbered 4, and the north 25 feet of lot numbered 5 and block numbered 7 in the incorporated town of Pryor Creek, Mays County, state of Oklahoma. According to the United States government survey and plat thereof, he purchased the roofing permit. He's told to keep the property clean and review. So, sir, where are we at?
Just a few little details on the roof. I need to do more trim.
But you have the permits, right?
Yeah, the majority of the roof is completed and the inspector came out.
Okay. Was that you, Kenny? Did you come?
No, he did, I meant to get information in the file, but I didn't. It was Craig Higley, he did inspect it yesterday.
And he gave it
He
thumbs up?
took the inspector's report with him, that he had at that home. There was a home inspector's report there.
Okay.
Who gave a report on the roof, and he took that with him and did look at those items, and they had been addressed. But I guess there was a few more things you needed to finish up.
Right.
Okay. So if I give you another month, give me some details?
Yeah, I plan to have the whole outside of the house done this coming month, so.
Okay. Trent, have you seen anything that would red flag anything else we need to worry about right now?
Not at this point, no. I think everything's good, as long as inspectors have approved it for him to move forward.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, thank you.
Then we'll see you on November 7th. Okay, thank you.
One second, Mr. Graham. Sure, we got a letter back from them, signed the other day. I just want to make sure his address, it hasn't changed or something on the Paramore, so.
Do you have a different address, or is the
No,
address
I
still the
just,
same?
didn't get by the post office.
Okay,
And
so
they
just
only
send it
hold it
back.
for like 15 days, I think.
So the Keatonville Road is,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I went in there one day to get it, and if you've ever been to Claremore's post office, it's
sure,
quite a long line.
okay.
We just want to make sure we have a current address for you because it did come back and we just want you to, once you send the letter that you get it, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Would it, can you send it to my house, or do we
Where's the best address to send it where you can get it?
Keatonville?
Okay,
So that's the one on the
yep,
envelope?
that's the one.
I didn't know if you did certified every time, or just the first.
Can I
time
just
you
send
did
it to him regular mail, since he's having trouble getting it picked up?
What notice is it?
It's the one that we send after a hearing to give him his new date and information. It's not like a first notice or
Yeah,
anything.
you don't
it's
have to
just
send it,
regular.
you don't have to send it return receipt. You can just send it registered, which then you have a receipt, but he doesn't have to sign for it.
Okay. a certified mail just shows that I've mailed it, but he doesn't have to sign. Is that what you mean? Where that
Yeah.
shows that I take it to the post office, but he doesn't have to sign for it?
Right.
Okay. That'll work. That way it'll just come straight to your house.
All right, appreciate that.
All right. Have a good night. I'd like to go back to, help me out here. Number 6? Nope, number 7. The house we visited about at council the other night, 707 South Adair, with Mr. Ragsdale purchasing that. Just to make sure that we're right, that was just sent back to us, back to me,
Dismissed.
completely dismissed.
Close it.
Okay. So then, if that doesn't show progress, then we can reopen it with Mr. Ragsdale as the
Sure.
party.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, we'll close it then.
Okay.
We weren't sure exactly what we needed to do there.
They may need something from you showing that it's dismissed. So you should probably just send a letter that indicates that the abatement's dismissed. and
Okay, yep,
Case is closed.
yep, can do.
So they can show that to their lender.
All right.
On, the one for, 1404 La Jolla, I spoke to her today and emailed that letter to her today, and mailed the hard copies. We didn't discuss any of it, she just confirmed that she did get the email with that letter in it. So we've moved it to,
Do we put that one on December?
apparently I've lost it.
You move that to December meeting review. It was ordered in demolition by.
Yeah, so that would give her-
25.
Okay.
Give her time to,
So,
all right. Go ahead and exit public hearing and adjourn.